Rocky Marciano, a staggering 49-0 record, 43 of which by knockout, and counting wins over the likes of Joe Louis, Ezzard Charles and Archie Moore. Marciano was among the most feared heavyweights of all time. Plus, he's the only heavyweight world champion to have finished his career undefeated. Unless perhaps Tyson Fury has anything to say about that. Tyson Fury. Fury has combined Joe Louis, 25 consecutive title defenses more than imprinted Louis as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Max Baer, Max Schmeling, James J. Braddock and Jersey Joe Walcott all felt Louis' wrath. George Foreman, scoring a pair of second-round TKOs of Joe Frazier and Ken Norton are a sample size of how terrifying Foreman was in his era, defeating a 26-year-old Michael Moorer at the age of 45 back in November 1994. To once again be crowned as heavyweight champion demonstrated how a heavyweight's power is the last to leave his hands. Well, at least Foreman's hands. Joe Frazier. Smokin' Joe was an absolute buzzsaw. The fight of the century in March 1971, when he handed Muhammad Ali his first loss, was proof of that. To be the greatest, Ali needed rivals to push him and Frazier was one of his best. Larry Holmes. Behind that crisp, piercing jab of his, Holmes enjoyed an 8-year run as world heavyweight champion, defeating the likes of Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers and Muhammad Ali along the way. Can't overlook Holmes' place in heavyweight history. Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis didn't fear Tyson and were able to subsequently bully the bully, but they, too, are among the greatest of all time, so that's not too shabby. Look at the fear Tyson compounded with ferocious punches for Trevor Berbick, Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, Frank Bruno and Donovan Ruddock to name a few amidst his reign of terror during the mid to late 1980s and early 1990s. In more recent times, Deontay Wilder and his 10 consecutive title defenses demonstrated his own feared punching power and greatness that shouldn't be overlooked, either. Evander Holyfield, the only 4-time heavyweight world champion in boxing history. Holyfield's victory over Riddick Bowe and wins over Mike Tyson, in particular, more than illustrate his warrior footprint in the sport's lore. Lennox Lewis, a 3-time world heavyweight champion. Lewis outpointed Evander Holyfield, essentially twice, laid Mike Tyson flat on his back via a devastating knockout and let Vitaly Klitschko know that he's not to be messed with as part of his polished resume. Pure sweet science. Master-class boxing skills on display from Lewis across his brilliant career. Muhammad Ali. When talking the greatest heavyweights, Ali's name reigns supreme. Whether it was avenging his loss against Joe Frazier with 2 victories over his rival, taking the steam out of George Foreman at the Rumble in the Jungle or earning hard-fought wins over the rugged likes of Floyd Patterson and Ken Norton, Ali's GOAT legacy resides on the heavyweight throne as the best. Like, share and comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care and Allah Hafiz.